In the video just above, we talked about the event field, and the event field is great, but there is a stylistic drawback to using it. And typically, when it's added in a booking form, you'll end up with something that looks a bit like this, which captures information from the student, captures a ton of information, and then, only then, when all of that information is given, that's when we say, okay, now we're going to give you information on the event. So it kind of puts the data capture as being the primary thing here, and very much the events feeling a little bit like an afterthought almost. Fortunately, there's a way to redress that balance. What we can do is we can put the events very much front and center, and then and only then, when the students picked an event that works for them, we can launch into the data capture side. And we can get this set up by going to Events and to the Share tab. Now, what we first need to do is to pick a booking form, ironically, and effectively what we're looking for here in this dropdown is any form that exists with a event field saved to the form. You don't need to configure it, just create a form, add an event field, hit save, and you're good to go. From there, then, you get three options. Do we want to point our event sharing page at a single event, at a category of events, or on every single event that's ever created in Gecko, or every single future or current event in Gecko? And the nice thing about all of these three methods when we're using this, and the same with the event field really, is if any events finish up, they're going to automatically be removed from the event share. You don't need to worry about removing closed events or previous events from the lists. Let's go ahead and choose the info sessions category, and let's see what this then looks like. So if you remember, with a form, very much the first things that we had were the different questions, like who are you, give us your details, tell us everything about you. Here, though, we're giving the student the option of, well, great, you want to come to an event? Here are all of our different events in this category. And students can refine their choices using dates to or from, or using the keywords. And then rather than going straight to booking, although they could if they wanted to, they can learn more, where they're going to read descriptions about the events, learn more about the event hosts, where's it going to be taking place, seeing that on a Google map, before finally getting to the booking form that you've selected. Now, from there, it works very much like the event field. If a student registers, it adds them into the event. But sharing this link is incredibly simple. In much the same way as you'd share a form via a web form link or the JavaScript, you have the same options here. You can simply copy and paste this in an email or a text message and send it. You can share this as a QR code that students can scan. Or one of my favorite options is sharing a snippet of JavaScript, which you can send to your web or IT teams. That gets embedded on your events page, and lo and behold, you've potentially, if you configured it like this, got a little piece of script that's always going to show every event that you build in Gecko going forward.